Of course, they won yesterday due to a fog out in the top of the 8th against the Danbury Westerners in an 8-7 win. Of course, they had a home and home against Danbury, would lose the first game in a 3-2 walk-off. Then, of course, the fog out 8-7 win in the top of the 8th yesterday. However, this one's going to make it all the way to all 9 innings as we get ready for the top of the 9th. As the Mainers look for the opportunity to try to steal a win and get their first lead of the night, which would make the Sharks have to have give the Sharks an opportunity to try to walk it off. However, Sharks trying to close it out now. First pitch in on Putit. In for ball 1. The catcher has had a bit of a rough night, of course, we saw. Got hit by a pitch earlier as he nails that one all the way deep. Is it gone? No, it's not. As a huge catch coming from Nathan Hall, proving once again why he's the player of the week, not just in the box, but on the field, with a deep fly-out catch there on the catcher, Putet. Before he rocketed that one, had a bit of a tough night here, getting hit in the hand, of course hit by a pitch, and had a ball come up and hit him in the face mask. So he has been battling through everything here tonight, as it almost all paid off there. However, Nathan Hall comes to the rescue to make the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, and Poteet, he missed that one a little too far off the end of the bat. If he barrels that ball, there's no doubt that that would have flown out quite some space. But given Hall's ability in center field, he was able to go run after that. Made an awkward catch. He almost overran it, then had to go back and nearly turned around while making the catch. But nonetheless, out number 1.
So that one fouled off into his own leg there is Toomey. He's going to take some rest now, as he's down now 0-2 in the count. One out up on the board.
Looks like that clipped him in the knee, and he is in quite some large amount of pain here. But
Toomey started as the wind coming in now up here into the box and on the field, but Toomey starting his day off with a ground out, was then walked, then flew out, and then last time he was up had that single. Saw strike 1. This one he fouled into his own knee as he is still grieving in some pain as the trainer comes out and checks on him, as he is trying to help his team stay in this game as they are currently down by 2 runs in this 8-6 lead the Sharks have.
I have a feeling Nick Lops, who's walking over to his bench, is going to go have to pull a player off and put him into a tough situation in an 0-2 count. But Toomey is in quite some amount of pain, and just saw Nick Rosselli get up off the bench and go grab his bat. But Toomey's going to try to stay in here, see what they decide. Takes a practice swing, and I think Toomey's going to stay in.
That's indeed what it seems as he continues to make his way back to the box. Of course, talking to the coach here, the third base coach of the Mainers. Currently 10:03 now here in Edgartown, Mass. Top of the 9th. Sharks up 8-6. 1 out, no one on. So we await the 0-2 pitch from Grant Goodlad, the 6th pitcher the Sharks have used here tonight. And here it is. As that one in the dirt for ball number 1. Toomey continuing to fight as we saw him foul off a ball right into his own knee. Goodlag taking his time as this closer here. That one up high. And that's in for ball number 2 as Toomey not done yet.
Great way for Toomey to battle back to at least even the count, but here's where it starts getting interested. Count even. What's going to happen is big battle brewing.
So he looks to try to put it at full count or put it in play. Goodlad looks for that last strike. 2-2's in. That one fouled away. As you said, a little bit of a battle. And Toomey and Goodlad starting to get to know each other pretty well.
It's definitely not there yet, but Jack Toomey did work a 13-pitch at-bat. I believe it was against Vermont about a week ago at Goodall Park.
Goodlad facing the second batter he's seen here tonight as the closer here for the Sharks team. 2-2 in yet again. That one fouled again, and maybe we'll see another high pitch count battle, as you just said. As Toomey just trying to help his team as much as possible here. As even if you get out here, it's always good to try to run up the closer's pitch count pretty early on. Of course, we saw even with 2 outs earlier in the game, the Mainers still able to bring in 5 runs, so they're not nervous if things don't go their way here, as they are pretty good on the edge. 1 out, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, no one on, that one in, and just like that, we have a full count. So 2 fouls in a row. Put Toomey down. 0-2, however, 3 straight balls give us the full count. As good lad and Miller going to try to find out what pitch can work to sit him down. Good lad deals. And that one, 4 straight balls after Toomey fouls one into his own knee, makes his way to first. And you wonder if that time in between might have thrown off good lad a little bit, as he was cooking at first. However, some time in between for Toomey to catch his breath and rest up that knee, and that would result in 4 straight balls to put him on first, as we have a pinch runner coming in.
Yeah, that'll be Kevin Skagerlin taking over at first base. Has speed, but this is the right move because you need the fastest you can get out there. And Toomey, he's going to limp off that field. For him, though, kind of unfortunately, he had to walk all the way down to first base first before getting replaced. But I don't think he'll mind if helps out his team in any way. And it brings up Jerry Jenkins, probably one of, if not the clutchest hitter on this team. Had a go-ahead 2-run home run down to the final strike against North Adams about a week and a half ago.
As he fouls that one away. Jenkins with the opportunity to try to tie this game up if he can continue the clutchness he's had throughout this season. Of course, he has that single. We saw that play earlier. We had the error single, but then got thrown out, getting beat out to second, along with 2 ground outs. As he fouls the first one off for 0-1, pitches in, that one fouled again. Milner trying to look for it, and the ball hits the netting and goes out and disappears.
And that was Jenkins' pitch to hit a curveball that just hung right over the middle, or maybe a slider, one of those 2 off-speed pitches that just hung right over the zone, and Jenkins just got under it and could not do anything with it. But that was a pitch that Jenkins might be a little angry at himself for missing.
See, now in a spot the man before him was, and Toomey was in. As that swung on hard, strike 3. Good lad gets his first strikeout of the game, and the Mainers are holding on to life now with 2 outs. Sharks need 1 more, and they'll claim their 2nd win in a row here at the Shark Tank.
Number 5, Devin Bade.
Bade, who's had himself one heck of a game here so far, with 2 singles, a double, and of course struck out last time he was up, as he's going to try to repeat the magic he had where he had 3 hits in a row to keep this Mainers team alive. First one he sees comes right back down the middle where it came from, throws off, and that is the game. As the Sharks win 2 in a row now, beating the Mainers in the first matchup. They'll see them in an 8-6 win. However, these teams will face later on July